Alright, welcome everybody to my channel yet again. This time we are going to see Saladin versus Wolf taking on each other on an empty map. Previously we saw Amir and Saladin and we saw how good they were economically, both of them. And now we'll see how Wolf and Saladin will go about each other in this fight. Let's see. So we got Saladin on the top side of the map and Wolf on the bottom. Previously, we saw how good Amir and Saladin both were with their economy. I would say having no resources on the map, but still being able to put up a good fight wasn't that easy. And it's not something that all the AIs are capable of doing. So this time we are going to test Saladin and Wolf against each other on an empty map. It will be interesting to see Wolf and how he will manage his resource economy is because mostly Saladin has an
Once more onto the
advantage
breach.
of bakeries, bread production, which keeps his economy going as he can, buy and sell wheat and flour and also apply double rations and taxes, and that's how his economy can keep going. But for Wolf, it might be a bit difficult, is because he doesn't, his source of food isn't bakery bread, so he will have to always keep buying his food. And also, he will have to buy iron in order to, create more weapons. So Saladin is launching his first attack. Note that these are not the vanilla, these are not the buffed AIs Lord from Unofficial Crusader pack. These are vanilla guys, so you can say they are from original game. Look at the number of catapults Saladin's sending, but Wolf will be able to destroy them. Not really a big attack from both guys so far. It's just the first attack. But Wolf has done pretty well to destroy his catapults, otherwise he might have been under a lot of pressure. Wolf has got 20,000 gold, Saladin has got 17,000 gold. Let's see how Wolf's economy is doing. I mean, what is something different that Wolf is doing in order to gather his resources and to keep his economy running? Right now, I can only see him buying wood and iron to create some weapons. He still has good amount of gold left, so that's why he can buy a lot. Saladin is launching his second attack. This time he was able to build his siege engines. Siege engines are a critical point. That's because they can really, on an empty map I would say, where you have got no resources to rebuild yourself, if the enemy is able to apply pressure with his siege engines, then you can find yourself under a lot of pressure, or maybe almost hopeless. And Saladin is not stopping, he's just sending his catapults one after the other. It could put Wolf on the back foot, is because once Wolf gets short of gold, he might not be able to rebuild his towers if they get destroyed by Saladin again and again. Wolf is launching his second attack now. That's a good number of units, but Saladin is looking more aggressive and is sending his yet another attack. Note that this is Wolf's second attack, but this is Saladin's third attack. And the Saladin has increased his numbers. And one more thing to notice here is that Saladin's troops have got the troops bonus combat bonus because he's placing fear factor good things. And I can only see Wolf being under a lot of pressure here. One problem for Wolf is that he has to buy pitch every time for defense. So that also costs him a lot of money. Right now, I think only his inns are working at the moment. He has plus 3 inns. That's giving his popularity a motion to keep moving. But Saladin's putting a continuous pressure on Sir Wolf with his catapults. I think this time he will be able to destroy his front tower, and he does so. Problems for Wolf as Saladin launches his 4th attack, and his numbers are just increasing of one attack after the other. Wolf's numbers are also increasing, but Wolf hasn't been able to, cause a significant amount of damage to Saladin so far. Whereas Saladin is looking pretty strong at the moment. It is a matter of applying continuous pressure on each other and exhausting the other enemy to death. And Saladin is looking better than Wolf on this so far. As you can see, Wolf has already run short of gold, and he is finding no resources to rebuild his towers again. That's a problem for Wolf. Just as I said, he has placed his tower. But that's not gonna suffice if he keeps facing catapults again and again. Right, Saladin has also run short of gold, but I think Saladin's economy is running smoothly compared to Wolf's. And Saladin may well exhaust Wolf to his death, as I can see the things going now. Now the problem for Wolf is that he needs to buy iron to create siege weapons, or he needs to buy weapons. Which is not the problem for Saladin, because he has got that mercenary post and he can just recruit his units directly from there. Even though Wolf's got superior units, but Saladin's troops have got that troop combat bonus, which makes them 25% stronger. Saladin is launching his another attack. Problems for Wolf. It might not be easy for Saladin to get his Arabian swordsmen close to Wolf's castle unless he recruits a large number of units. I think he was able to burn down his castle, but Wolf's fire extinguishers did well. But right now, I see someone attacking the walls. Oh, here's one guy attacking walls. I think he's gonna find an opening. He has got no way to retreat, no hope for him to survive. Once Wolf spots him, all the crossbowmen are going to bang him. Look at Saladin's economy. He's got 3,000 gold and it's still recruiting units. I mean, that's something special about Saladin. It's not something that all the lords can do. Amir was pretty good on this as well, earning good amount of gold on an empty map. It was just Amir wasn't able to defend himself well against Saladin. That's why, or he wasn't able to, put any sort of pressure with his units on Saladin. Otherwise, he was very good in, earning gold and keeping his economy running. But that's not the case for Wolf, as I can see now. So Arab lords have an advantage over European lords because of this bread production. This is something that Abbott has also got. It's a positive point for Abbott as well, and we all know that Abbott never runs out of gold. Firstly, because he recruits monks and archers, which are cheaper, and secondly, he has got this bread production, so that's an advantage for Abbott. Even if you notice Nizar and Emir Wazir, they are pretty good. Wazir especially is because he always gathers the most amount of bread. Saladin's catapults are too close. I don't know why he's doing that. Is there any hope left for Wolf? He has got 213 troops, but he is almost sitting idle. He is not recruiting units fast. Look at Saladin. He's just jumping the numbers. Look at his castle again. He has got these fear factors. He has got double rations on his granary food. Um, his armor is almost as good as his granary, right? He has got these metal armors and swords to sell. So it means that he is also buying iron to create these weapons. He has got 3 inns, which makes his popularity reach 100, as you can see here. So it's like double rations, fear factors, 50% efficiency, as I can see. That's a good number of fear factors to increase the efficiency up to 50%. It means that Saladin must have applied taxes up to -20, as I can see, as his economy is running. And once the population starts falling down, he can always bring it to -16 or -12 to, get popularity up to 100 again. Okay, Wolf has increased his numbers as well. He's got 250 units now. Fair enough. So he's not stopping at the moment. He is also doing something. It's because Saladin has stopped applying pressure on him consistently, which allows Wolf to buy enough time to recruit more units. "274 units for Saladin this time, 260 for Wolf, almost equal, and it's still recruiting more. Wolf has got the superior units, that's for sure. I think he can do better as he was doing initially with his siege engines. Just like that, he should not be wasting his catapults, sending them all the way down towards the wall. This time Saladin's Arabian swordsmen were able to enter Wolf's castle, but they weren't able to put any sort of pressure on him. That's the problem with Saladin, because Arabian swordsmen are very big, and our crossbowmen that Wolf has for defense are the best units for counter. So Wolf's numbers have dropped down to 250 again, and he's recruiting. Saladin has also started recruiting yet again. And he's sending his horse archers for raid. I must say that Wolf's this castle has been a better one compared to that mini square castle where he cannot even defend himself, and almost his castle has got a horrible path for its peasants and army to get in and get out. Saladin's this castle isn't the strongest one, but he has always got these fire throwers at a very significant place on his castle, where whenever enemy gets closer, they start burning them down. I mean, these AIs are not that smart to, be able to find a spot from where fire throwers aren't standing. I mean, if I were to attack Saladin, I would have sent my infantry units probably here to attack. It's because there's no fire throwers here. It's not something that AIs know. Okay, Wolf wants to give him a counter punch. Wants to, apply some sort of pressure on Saladin. Will he be able to do a significant amount of damage? This time he was able to build his trebuchet and catapults. Should they be enough to destroy a single tower? No, they were not. They were not. Let's see if his infantry units are able to destroy his tower. Yes, one tower is deleted. Will they be able to destroy the second tower? A swordsman's attacking his tower. Oh, he's dead. I for a moment thought that Saladin was getting the upper hand, but it's not the case anymore. Wolf is doing a pretty good job as well. It's gonna be a slow fight. It's because they don't have any resources to gather some to, recruit their units fast by earning gold quickly. Look at the amount of gold Wolf has, like 100, like 1,000. It is because his crossbowmen are still there, so he thinks that his attack hasn't yet failed. So this will allow him to, earn gold, because unless their attack is failed, they will stop recruiting more units. So they will only keep earning more gold, just as the Wolf's doing right now. And he has placed his tower as well. Now he thinks his attack is failed. Now he has got 2,000 gold. So Wolf is also doing a pretty good job at the moment. Now it starts recruiting units very fast. I'm sort of getting a doubt that this fight's never gonna end. Saladin comes again. I'm just getting the doubt that this fight's never gonna end. This time he's got a good number of Arabian swordsmen sending. I think the best thing for Saladin is to burn his castle down in order to completely destroy Wolf. Or if Wolf can do the same thing. As we saw in the previous fight, Saladin was able to burn Amir's castle, from where Amir had literally gone null. So Saladin needs to do the same thing against Wolf. Otherwise, it's gonna continue like this for many hours. We look at this fire ballista doing its job. No need to send your catapult too close to his castle now. Saladin is not stopping. He's just throwing his catapults at the enemy. For a few minutes, he had stalled previously, where Wolf was able to, sort of make a comeback. We saw he was able to place his tower again. To be honest, crossbowmen give Wolf a very big advantage over any other enemy in the game. Lord, I should say. I mean, that's the same case with Emperor Frederick as well. Because they have got good castle designs, so having crossbowmen benefits them. Because enemy, it's not like their castles are like wolf pigs. Pig has got those mini walls from where, even though he has got crossbowmen, but every time his walls are braced, his crossbowmen aren't able to defend himself. Because his walls are very easy to breach, and that's a weakness for Pig, I would say. But that's not the case with Emperor Frederick and Wolf and Sheriff as well. They've got larger walls, and as long as enemy keeps destroying their walls, crossbowmen kill all of them. It happens most of the time, just as you see here. If Wolf had those smaller walls, he would have found himself under a lot of pressure at the moment. Now he's got those double walls and good towers with a beautiful castle design. So Saladin's coming again against Wolf with a large army, 308 units. Now that's Wolf's units, right? No, Saladin's. Look at them, they cannot find this Arabian swordman here. But he will stay there as long as possible. I think Wolf might be able to put more pressure on Saladin if he sends large army. It is because he has got superior infantry units, pikemen and swordmen, compared to Saladin's Arabian swordmen. So if he sends them in large number, he might be able to put pressure, but for that, he also needs to kill his fire throwers or own the walls. He has got a good number of units. He might soon be attacking. Yes, he's sending his army, and this isn't the small army, I would say, but he needs to be more strategic, which these lords are not really intelligent. With these many pikemen and swordmen, I would have reached his walls easily. So this time he was able to destroy his tower. Second tower is also gone. I think he should also be sending his crossbowmen forward to kill fire thrower. Now he sends his crossbowmen forward. I don't know why he is doing that, sending his crossbowmen forward after his infantry units. He should have sent the crossbowmen forward before pikemen and swordmen in order to have his fire throwers killed. That would have helped his pikemen and swordmen. But right now, if Wolf is able to recruit more units quickly and is able to launch yet another attack before Saladin gets his setup built again, rebuilt again, he might well be putting Saladin on the back foot. He has got 230 units. Saladin has got a good number of units, but now his both towers are destroyed. It means he cannot place mangonels. Right, let's see how long will it take for Saladin to rebuild his towers again. I really don't want to see that. I really want to see Wolf sending his yet another attack against Saladin. But Saladin's focus is right now on recruiting units, right? Now as he is sending his army to attack, he will be able to earn a good amount of gold to be able to buy stone and build his towers. Let's see if he does the same thing. Will he be able to place his towers again by earning good amount of gold once his attack is finished? Shouldn't be difficult for Wolf to destroy his Arabian swordmen. He has got plenty of crossbowmen. And pitch ditch. There goes pitch ditch. So Wolf has got 240 troops. Saladin's attack is repelled by Wolf, but Saladin was able to again place his towers. So it almost brings him to the same situation where he was earlier. Saladin has got 218 units. Wolf has got 263. I don't think we will find any outcome from this fight. I think it's gonna continue like this for long. Look at the number of units they have, 272, 283. It's almost equal, and I think it's gonna continue like this. It's not gonna end here. I'll see just another attack, and we'll conclude it as a draw. I was already suspecting that it could be a draw between these two best lords in the game. But because it was a fan's request, so I thought that it should be uploaded. I mean, this fight has taken too long now, and we are not watching anything. We are not getting to any conclusion, I would say. Even though we are watching them attacking each other, but that's not gonna suffice. Good number of Arabian swordsmen yet again, says Saladin sends. But Wolf has got plenty of crossbowmen to defend himself. Should not be a problem for Wolf. Yeah, that's not gonna be a problem for Wolf. Wolf has got more than 300 units now. I think Wolf should be launching his attack now. It would be best for Wolf to send his units now. It's because Saladin has got 180 units almost. Well, I think he's waiting to gather more weapons to recruit more units, right? Yes. Now he sends an armory. Saladin has got 200 units. It sends his army. This is the final attack. I will conclude it after this as a draw. If Wolf is not able to apply more pressure on Saladin. 215 units for Saladin, 321 for Wolf. His towers are looking pretty healthy. His infantry units reach the walls. Yeah, he will not be able to put a lot of pressure on Saladin. He hasn't even been able to find a way to enter inside his castle. Yep, he failed. He failed, and Saladin has got 216 troops. His crossbowmen are still there. He might well be earning a good amount of gold, but Saladin is recruiting units. He's not stopping. So they both are looking pretty healthy at the moment. And I think I'm gonna conclude it as a draw here. Yes. So guys, that's it for this video. As because it will take a long time for them to kill each other. I mean, it might not be able to, we might not be able to see a possible outcome. Wolf has got a good amount of gold, 4,000. Saladin has got 250, more than 250 units, so it's not gonna end here. It has already taken a long time. So I'll conclude it as a draw.